Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. This week, I am joined by my favorite female shipmate, Kelly Roma.
Hello.
Hello. It took us like 70 takes to get here. I have to be honest. If you had seen the bloopers, it would have been quite interesting. And quite the incident just happened. So we do need bloopers because that was pretty bad. But we giggled and giggled and giggled and giggled and giggled and giggled and giggled until we finally got to this moment where I was calm as can be when I said, welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me.
We made it.
We did make it. So today we're going to talk about
Key West.
Key West. Oh my gosh. I say this all the time that Key West, people like poo-poo it. And I don't really understand it because I love it so much.
Because it's Florida. And they're probably like, why would I take a cruise and just go to Florida?
I know. And I love it so much. So when I say, oh, we have, when they say, oh, what's the Virgin shortest cruise? I'll say, it's a Fire and Sunsets. And they're like, where does it go? I'm like, Key West and Bimini. And they're like, oh, Key West. And I'm like, what? That's me. That's my reaction.
Because nobody wants to drive to Key West.
Well,
and
that's true.
Think that that's what they think. They think, oh, an 8-hour drive. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
but
Key West is terrible on the drive. We did it that one time, and I literally thought we were going to die. I honestly thought we were driving to Antarctica. Or, did I go the right way? Antarctica.
Yeah.
Right, that would be going the right. And we weren't. We ended up in a very gorgeous area. But literally, it took us forever to get there, and I hated every second of it. So I told her that I would never drive. So now, we love that Virgin stops there. Because it's our favorite place ever. Well, I'm speaking for Kelly, but I feel like we both had the best time there ever.
yes.
So we are here to tell you, don't poo-poo Key West. You're going to love it after you hear from us. All right. So what was the first thing? The first time we went to Key West, we didn't know what the heck we were doing. On Virgin, I should say. We didn't even know what we were doing when we drove down there, to be honest. Funny story. I think we tell this all the time, but we will. Let's tell it. We're walking around Duval Street. And we're like, oh, this place is fun. We're like, yeah. We're like, ooh, listen to the music in that place. We're like, let's go in there. And then we know the rule in general. Usually if a place serves food, they let kids in, right? So we're thinking to ourselves, all right, this place serves food. We'll bring the kids in there, and the kids will like it. It's all bar food. It's mozzarella sticks and nachos and whatever else, right? So we go to walk in, and there's two guys standing at the door, which, by the way, I've never seen those two guys after the time.
No, we haven't.
Now that I think about it, maybe they're there at night, though.
Well, we were also there on spring break. There were a lot of kids. That could be why.
Yeah. So there was like two bouncers is what it felt like. They were like, the minute we started to walk up, they're like, poosh. We were like,
what did we do?
Yeah, they're like, where are you going? We're like, we're going in there. They're like, no, you're not. We're like, yeah, we are. And they're like, no, you're not. We're like, why? And they go, because you got them with you. And we're like, what? So we're like, we thought because you served food. And I literally said this guy, I thought because you served food that you'd let him in. He's like, no. And we didn't know. We were like, oh, all right. So we left. We kept walking. And I think we didn't get very far. Maybe like 5 restaurants down. And we ended up eating right across from the naked bars where we did. Funny. We had no idea. So we ended up eating there. But anyways, fast forward years later, Virgin stops there. We end up going. And we end up in that bar, which is called
Irish Kevin's.
Irish Kevin's. We know why Irish Kevin's does not allow children in the bar. So now we understand it. So do not bring children. I think it's at night, though. There is a sign that says
after 6 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't bring kids in there. I mean, young kids. Yeah. I think our kids would be fine. They're teenagers, but young kids, I don't know.
I know. So so that was our first experience with Key West. Anyways, back to Virgin Key West. So the first time that we went, we didn't really know what we were doing, like we said, and so we did a Virgin excursion.
We did.
Oh, that really rhymes.
Virgin excursion.
Maybe that's why they call it short things. They were like, we don't want it to be called Virgin excursion. So they went with short things. Anyway, so we did a shore thing, and it was
a pub crawl, a bar crawl.
Yeah, I think it was pub crawl. I think you're right.
Yeah, pub crawl.
And it was good.
It was okay if you've never been to Key West because it does give you a little history. They take you to, a couple different places around, not just Duval Street. I feel like we did walk around a little bit.
Around this little back loopy thing and past this house that I thought was really interesting that they were like, this happened there, remember?
Right, yeah.
We didn't know what it was.
Got a little history lesson.
Yeah. So that was fun. And you had to drink literally in every bar, which was fun.
Yeah. I don't know that we've been to any of the bars since. Well, we went to Rick's. Was that one of them?
We've done Rick's, yeah. Oh, no. Maybe we didn't.
I don't think we've been to any of the bars that they do.
Yeah. Maybe we didn't. Shoot. Yeah, you're right. Ooh. Because they were all kind of small. There was another one. Yeah, we haven't done. Yeah. So one was actually Hard Rock. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
I do remember that.
And the other one was right across from the Naked Bar. And it's this like, it's a place where we ate at actually. I don't know the name of it, but it had the churny.
Slushy things.
The slushy drinks.
Yeah.
And then there was another mini bar that was outside next to Rick's. Or did we go on Rick's? No, we went to that mini one. That's kind of outside.
Right.
So then we went to this other bar that I've never even seen again. I couldn't find it if I wanted to.
No.
Anyway, well, you could totally do it. If you don't want to do it on your own, you could totally do it on your own. Or totally do it with Virgin, the shore thing. Sea thing, I was going to say. But like she said, it was good for history.
First time, yeah. Key West is so walkable and so, like, you're not going to get lost. Yeah. It's the ship. You could pretty much see the ship from everywhere you are if you're up high. So, yeah, do it on your own.
That's what we explore. Mostly suggest. I know we feel bad because Virgin's going to be like, what?
I know.
But it really is. If what we did afterwards, I think we just walked around after. Mm-hmm. We might have eaten. I don't even remember. But we just ended up walking around, I think. So that was our first time. And then we really took matters into our own hands the second time. Made
our own bar crawl.
We did make our own bar crawl.
And still pretty much do the same thing today.
Same thing. So if you want to know Kelly and Samantha's bar crawl, just give us a call. No, we'll tell you right now, actually. So we basically, I don't remember what we did that second time. We just had a good time. I think we just walked around. We ended up on the second floor. I do remember that, of the Whistle Bar, Bull and Bear, the Naked Bar, which does have a name.
Garden of Eden.
Yeah, don't Google the Naked. It might come up, but I affectionately call it the Naked Bar. But we were on the second floor and just kind of watching. That was the time I bought the hat from Ari. Remember?
Oh yes, we spent lots of money with Ari.
We got a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Taken.
We don't care though. He was a great dude. He was super fun.
I mean, he sat us down, put things on our head, put clips in our hair, put things in our pockets without us looking.
Yeah, he knew how to sell a thing or two. And so we walked out of there spending, I don't know how much, 200, 300
I think it was $350.
Okay, just kidding, $350. It was
I think we bought like 3 hats.
We did buy 3 hats.
And clips and other unmentionables.
Unmentionables is true. Those, I don't know. Did we even give? We bought it as a present for one of our friends. I don't even know if we ended up getting it. We did. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I have another one then somewhere for her. How funny. So we did that, and then we ended up top and having a drink. It's a great spot. I will tell you, it's one of my favorite spots to chill. It's very rare that I'm chilling. Start there. But if I am going to chill, which does happen sometimes, it's one of my favorite spots because it's on the second floor. It overlooks Duval Street. You can 100% people watch. You can also look at the traffic. You can do all kinds of things from up there, obviously. And as you get drunk, you can make your way up to the Naked Bar if you want. But yeah, so that's what we ended up doing that time. But like Kelly said, now we have a great itinerary, I guess, that we pretty much do. And sometimes we had some new things. So let's talk about those new things. One of the things that we did once was
bike ride.
Mm-hmm. We bike rode. And we did that because we were trying to do wellness.
We were. That was our wellness cruise in January because Warren was with us.
Yeah. So it was our wellness cruise. We weren't going to totally go, and just get drunk around Duval Street. And we biked. It was the best thing. I will say, though, listen, if she asked me to bike, and I'm sure she wouldn't ever ask me to bike in the summer, but if someone asked me to bike in the summer, I would be like, yeah, that's a big fat no, because it is hot as heck right now.
Right. We went in January and sweated because we went out there with sweatpants or jeans and a sweatshirt, thinking it was going to be cold. Yeah. But once you're on that bike, you're still in Florida. Yeah. In January, it's still hot. Yeah. So, yeah.
But we had the best time. We had a really, really good time. So it was only $20 a person, $20-ish a person. You got the bike for the whole day. Mm-hmm. I honestly was like, where do we put the bike? And the guy was like, in the bike rack if you want to stop. And I was like, there's bike racks everywhere? I had never noticed all the bike racks until I had the bike.
Nope, never did.
Noticed them.
Nope, never did.
I have walked up and down that stupid street so many times, and I've never seen a bike rack. But now that I have a bike, I'm like, where's my bike rack? I gotta put my bike somewhere. Where's the bike rack? And then I think I even said, do you just tie it to a tree? And he's like, ma'am, there are bike racks all around. I was like, oh, sure there are. And there were.
Yep.
So So yeah. So anyways, we biked and then we did a little bit of bar hopping that time. We always do end with bar hopping. I mean, there's never, even everything that we do, there's always a bar hopping happening.
Yes.
Definitely. Because you just can't not bar hop.
Right.
It's so nice. And then one of our favorite things to do that's not cheap, I will tell you, but it is amazing, is the yacht. We rent a yacht from After Hours. It is by far the most relaxing, coolest thing I think we do. So it's not cheap, but they're amazing. They're amazing to us. They're amazing to probably anybody that rents it, but they're just great. So anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, we've done it now, 3 times. This last time we did it was awesome. We had dolphins literally in the wake of our boat, which they said it was very rare because the water's so shallow. But there were like 6 of them, right? I mean, they were... I was hoping that they'd come swim with us, but they never made it all the way out.
Personal swim with dolphins excursion.
Yeah, so they take us out, pretty far and drop anchor and put out all sorts of equipment, a floating dock and little things to float around with, and beanbag chairs on top of a dock in the middle of the water, just sitting there, and I mean, it's gorgeous. Yeah,
and they bring you alcohol constantly, food constantly. They're always bringing out a dish. It was 4 hours that we did it, and we'd start at 9, and we end at 1 usually, and then after that we go roam around the city and cause a commotion as much as we possibly can.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's my it's literally my favorite thing that we do, and we try to splurge on it every now and then, but luckily we've done it a couple times in a row, which was nice, because we had a few people, so obviously you can split it when you have a few people. So it's super fun. But we highly suggest it. So it's called After Hours. I know they're on Instagram. I think it's After Hours Yacht. If you need their info, just let me know and we'll send it to you. I get nothing from it, just so you know. We make nothing off of it. It's just us enjoying it and telling you what we like. So we make nothing off of that. But not that we need to. Just saying that we're not promoting it because we make money. We're promoting it because we like it and we do it ourselves. Excuse me. So yes, we do that. What else? We've talked about doing a golf cart. We have not done it, but you can. So as soon as you get off the ship, right there on the dock or the pier, however you want to say it, there's a bunch of things that you can do. So the bike is right there on the pier. You can rent a golf cart, which I asked the other day, and it's about $125, I think, for the full day. And then I think it goes down at half day to like, oh gosh, don't quote me on this, 80 to 100, somewhere in that range. And excuse me. And then you can parasail off of there. You can also jet ski. So I'm sure there's a few more things that you could do in there, but it's all right there. So if you don't book it through Virgin, you're kind of just like, let me see what happens. You could totally book it there.
Yeah.
Hands down. Walking by, they're like, hey, it's not as bad as the Caribbean, I will tell you that. I don't know if anyone's ever like really heckled us.
No, I think they just said, do you want a golf cart for the day? And we're like, no, we're set. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Welcome to Key West. Like, they're very friendly.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Caribbean where you're like, oh gosh, stop asking me. I didn't need a cab 20 times ago. I still don't need it 50 times later.
Right.
So, yeah, it's definitely not like that. And then the other thing that's right off the dock that we've talked about doing a bazillion times, and hopefully we'll be doing it this time, maybe not, we'll see. We're still debating on this whole yacht thing. We're kicking that around still. There's Sunset Island is what we
think it's called.
We think it's called Sunset Island. It's actually a private island. There's a bunch of houses on there. There's no cars allowed there, only golf carts. And there's a ferry that goes back and forth to obviously the main land, which is Key West, and then this little island that's right off of it. So the ship actually docks between that little island and Key West. So if you're on side A?
Yeah.
A, you're facing the island. If you're on side Z, right?
No, I think it's backwards because we were just on Z and we faced the island.
Okay, so right. Z faces the island. Say it again. Shoot.
Z faces Key West dock, and A faces the island.
Yes, so that's what it is. And if you're on A, you'll see the island.
Correct.
So you see the island over there, and it's just a little island. It's super cute. But anyways, there is a restaurant on there, but I'm dying to go to because people say it's great, and the view is great, and it's just a really nice area. So I'm dying to see that.
I did take a picture of the menu. I don't think I shared it with you, but there's a lot of fish on there.
I figured there was.
You probably could find something, but it's probably like one thing.
It's like a cheeseburger. They're like, here's a cheeseburger for us non-fish eaters. That's me. Oh, well, it's fine. The experience for me is what I really, really want. So maybe I don't
I'll try
eat.
it all. Let
I
you know.
just drink.
There you go.
Oh, that'd be fun. So anyway, so yeah, we're thinking of doing that this time, but that's something to do. So like, maybe, you know, if you don't drink, you don't bar hop, that's not your thing. Like that's a really nice, relaxing sort of thing to do. People love the hop on, hop off. So you could do a hop on, hop off trolley. That's through Virgin, or again, book it as soon as you get off the ship. Trying to think what else. You could honestly just walk around. There's so much history down there. So much. There's a pirate museum that we did with the kids.
We did.
And honestly, I would really enjoy that even without the kids. It was a cool pirate museum. So it talked about how the pirates loved this area and they would get, they'd find all kinds of stuff. And there's all kinds of stuff still around, honestly. And people are hunting for it constantly, apparently. The pirate treasure. And so there's a pirate museum. Trying to think what else.
The Hemingway House.
Yep,
There's
Hemingway.
a butterfly museum.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
We have not made it there.
No.
We should make it there one of these days. Yeah.
In the morning. Yeah, we should totally do that. That's when we should rent the golf cart and go do that.
Okay.
Because I'm dying to do this golf cart thing. But honestly, again, I'm going back to the whole, where do you park it? Like,
I don't know. Those I don't know.
Because there really is no parking. Like, there's hardly any parking down there. Like, I don't know where people park. I have to be honest.
I don't either.
I have no idea. So, I can't imagine renting it, but we're going to do it.
We'll notice it this time.
We're going to do it. We're going to giggle. And then honestly, I'll be like, oh, I had no idea there was a parking spot there because I didn't notice it. That'll be me. I had no idea. That'll be what happens. So you can do all that. And then also, of course, the iconic southernmost point of, you know, you don't want to miss that. It's not far. You could walk it. It's going to be a good 15-minute walk, though, from the pier, honestly.
Take a bike.
Yeah. The bike didn't take us long at all. And honestly, I was a little nervous that we might get killed on the bike because there is a lot of traffic, but they were really good about it. So many people biked.
Yeah, you share the road with the cars. So there's no bike lane. You are a car on the road. So you have to either pass them, they pass you, and, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of scary.
It was a little, there were moments I was like, oh God, we're dying. We're dying here. I'm dying in Key West. This is where I die. So we did do that, the southernmost point. That's also something to do. And then mile marker 0, which we didn't even end up seeing. It's not by the southernmost point, by the way. We passed it completely and missed it on our bikes. And then said we were going to go back. But by the time that we got back around to mile marker 0, we were done with biking. It was time for a Belvedere and soda at that point. It was time for Belvy and soda, and that was it. Right?
Yes. Or a key lime pie shot.
Yes, on our wellness cruise. So you could totally see all that. I'm trying to think what else. There's way more stuff, obviously. There's a couple good restaurants that people always suggest. Rosa said yesterday on the podcast, depending on, of course, when it airs, she mentioned, what was it, Ariana, a lobster roll? No. Yeah. Lobster roll? Yeah. That's what she said? Yeah, lobster roll. She eats lobster rolls all through Key West, apparently. She's tried like a bazillion different places. Yeah. Crazy, right? I'm trying to think what else. Everyone loves the key lime pie, obviously. That's super famous. And then the other thing, too, is the Josh, my former assistant, would stop. There's right at the dock, right where you're crossing in to go, you know, start the walk down into to get back on the ship. There's a little key lime pie coffee shop, basically. Not the famous one, but there's one that has frozen dipped key lime pies. And he... No fail, would stop there, have this thing, and be chocolate all over him. Because, I mean, let's be honest, is melting, I'm sure.
Right.
So he'd swallow this thing whole pretty much and get back on the ship. But he would get one every single time. So if you need your fix before and you forgot, whatever, it's right there by the ship. There's also a few restaurants right there. Or not restaurants, stores right there. Mm-hmm. But we didn't find what we were looking for.
No.
There's also a CVS, obviously, so it's not too far. So if you're like, I need, you know, I don't know, whatever it may be that you need, there's a CVS not too far, because we ended up there last time because we were looking for a floaty for the yacht because someone forgot their floaty.
I did.
Did you bring it this time?
I did.
Oh, thank God. Good. Did you bring? Wait,
I did. No, it's in my.
Wait. Did you bring the other one though? Did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No,
because she ended up buying. What did you end up buying?
It was a tire.
Oh, you
like
did
a tire tube.
Oh my gosh, I kept thinking that you had the long, the long blow up weird thing that you.
No, I bought the tire. We never used it because they ended up giving us little things to float on the yacht, so I didn't end up using it, and I didn't feel like blowing it up.
Yeah.
And it was only $8, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm sure I'll use it for something.
You should throw it in the suitcase every now and then, just in case.
Right. Yeah, true.
Like, oh wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up at CVS for that. So that is there. Now, on to our most favorite things that we do in Key West is when we just get off the ship at 11 and we just start drinking. I don't know if that's our most favorite, but it is what we do the most. To save money.
Yeah.
Because the yacht's not cheap.
Well, I mean, once you start drinking in Key West, it's not cheap either.
No.
I mean, if you go bar, shot here, drink here, food here.
Yes.
Then we end up playing darts at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. So we end up walking off the ship. We used to start at, what was the name of that one with the fish lips and everyone throws the thing over the fish. Captain Tony's?
Tony's.
Is it?
Yes.
Captain Tony's or Tony's Saloon. I think there's a captain in there somewhere. Anyways, it's the oldest bar in the world, honestly. And when you walk in, you're going to smell the stench of old. You're just going to be like, well, this place has been here since the, 1500s. I don't know. That's what it smells like in there.
I feel like you're in somebody's basement. Yeah. Like it's just dark and
it's totally
dungeony.
So, but there is a fish. Wait, hold on. I'm doing a fish face. There's a fish that hangs out on top of the Tony's Saloon, and apparently it's customary to throw a quarter into its mouth backwards and stand there until you do, and not die from the cars that are going to hit you, because you have to stand in the road throwing this said quarter into its mouth.
And watch out for the chickens too.
Yeah, and the chickens that cross the road. So. Wow, we should not get started because it's not going to go well.
No.
So anyway, so we've started there before, but that also has really fun games that we don't really go in there too much, because I'm not kidding you. When you walk into that place, you're like, whoa.
Oh, they have skee ball in there, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And pool. They have pool tables. Maybe that's where we start.
That's where we start. Sober.
And
win. We're going to win. So that's what's going to happen. But anyways, so we have started there. Then we've gone to Rick's. Rick's is great. Rick's always has music, and they start early. He's usually starting playing at 11, the people at Rick's, and I love that. That's across from, what's the famous one? Sloppy Joe's. It's across from Sloppy Joe's. Everyone goes to Sloppy Joe's. You don't want to be amongst the crowd, don't go to Sloppy Joe's. You want to be amongst crowd, go to Sloppy Joe's. You want to elbow your room into Sloppy Joe's, that's what you're going to do. I don't know why people love that place so much. I gotta be honest.
I mean, the food, we've eaten there.
Yeah,
the food is
there.
good-ish. I don't for bar food, I guess it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
And they have live music.
Tacos or something, or nachos we had.
Yeah, nachos.
Because I feel like if it's called Sloppy Joe's, you should be really eating a Sloppy Joe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Did you have a Sloppy Joe there?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a huge bar or stage up there, and there's always somebody playing as well.
Right.
He's usually playing early too, so that's probably why the place is always jammed.
Yeah.
The other places tend to slowly open, and so that's one of the reasons why I think we don't really visit any of the other bars, because these are the ones that are open at 11 a.m. when you get up and go and drink at 11 a.m. Oh, my God. Should we admit that to people? I don't really know.
Yes, because you have to be back on the ship by 4:30.
Yeah, that's true.
If we had to be back at like 7, we'd start afternoon.
That's true. We would be better in 5 o'clock somewhere. So then after Rick's, we usually go kitty corner to Irish Kevin's. This was the original. Like if we start at 11, this is how it goes. If we start later, it does not go that way. It goes, I miss Tiki. Shoot.
Tiki House, yeah.
Yeah, so Tiki House moved. So now the pattern would be Rick's to Tiki House, because that's kitty corner across from Rick's. And so Tiki House is where we get the key lime pie shot.
Yes.
Don't miss
so good.
So good.
Go. You got to go to the back bar now, apparently. Brad doesn't start till 2:15. I don't know if that's every day, but...
Yeah, we don't know what happened to Brad. We're really sad
we
about
went,
Brad starting at 2:15.
We went last week or 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. He was in the front, and then he ended up having a Twinkie.
We did.
So the bar is actually really cool. So it used to be this little tiny,
you probably fit like
open air
20 people in there.
Yeah. And we think that's why people actually liked it. So the people that actually made us start going there truly was Virgin, I think.
It was the first top 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're at the Tiki Bar. Meet us there. And so we're like, okay, what is this Tiki Bar? So at this point, I think we had already established what we like to do. So we're like, we'll go to the Tiki Bar. Well, it turned out we loved it because of the key lime pie shots. So we ended up adding that to our repertoire of bars. And then now that they've moved, and the place that they moved to is enormous. Did you end up going to the back bar to see it, to see what it looked like?
Yeah, we went.
You did? Oh, wait, I did too. I went too? Oh, I don't remember that at all.
We went. with Nicole and Adele,
And we stood back there.
We had a
Okay,
key lime pie shot.
I made it. I'm there. It was a couple times ago.
It was a couple
I
times
thought you
ago.
meant this time. No. I wasn't processing. Okay. Oh, yeah, I made it. I'm there. Okay. So this time we stayed in the front because Brad wasn't there, like we said. And then we ended up having a Twinkie because randomly they have these random things.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. Are those Twinkies behind the bar? And he's like, yeah, they're Twinkies. And we're like,
are they
maybe
special Twinkies?
Yeah,
and then that's what he said. He goes, special Twinkies? We're like, well, are they Twinkies? I think what I was trying to say, like, are they real Twinkies? And then he was like, they're not special Twinkies, like, but they're my special Twinkies. And I was like, oh, we want one of those. And so anyways,
it was like $1 for a Twinkie.
It was.
So we're like, I don't know when the last time I had a Twinkie. I know.
Yeah, seriously. Well, that's why we did it. The two of us looked at each other like, I think the last time I had a Twinkie was on in 3rd grade.
I know. I was like 12. I don't know.
I was like, let's do it. So then we did it as a
Lady in the Tramp.
And then I still giggle of that video. Somehow she grabbed my wrist. We'll have to play the video. Somehow she grabbed my wrist and she was like trying, I don't know what, you're either hanging on for dear life, but I also don't know why my hand was here. So, I think I was trying to make sure that it wasn't going to fall.
And I think we both had hats on and I was afraid that,
and so she's grabbing my wrist.
I don't know what's happening.
I was like, what is happening? Oh God, with Twinkies in our mouth, we were dying. So we laughed so hard. And then we ended up finishing
But we have no idea how long those Twinkies were sitting there. And they're also like in the heat because the doors are always open. Yeah.
Slimy. But I will say that I don't know that Twinkies need to be known how long
they're
there.
You're right.
Let's be honest.
You're right. We can probably find a box from when we were, a kid and they're still
good. Oh, gosh.
That's why we don't eat them.
That's why we shouldn't eat them. Anyways, we had a Twinkie. Woo! And it wasn't a special Twinkie. So after Irish Kevin's now, or not Irish Kevin's, geez Louise, after Tiki Bar, we go to Irish Kevin's, which is literally 2 doors down. And in between that, if you do need special things, right between those 2 bars, I think, are the special things. So if you are looking for special things like gummies and such, you'll find them there. And then we go to Irish Kevin's and we hang out there for a while. And most of the time we eat there because it's good bar food. Bar food. Mozzarellas, pretzel sticks, nachos, corn dogs, mini corn. I am a sucker. Like, listen, you've shown me a large corn dog. I'm not eating it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about the large corn dog. You offer me mini corn dogs. It is like nothing else. I'm like, yep, mini corn dogs. Bring them on. Bring me 8 baskets. I don't care. I love them. I don't know what it is.
I do too, though. I don't know something about the corn dog on a stick. I don't know.
Yeah. The large corn dog on a stick. Like, my husband loves that. And I'm like this. But you offer me mini corn dogs, I'm in. It's done. It's a done deal. We need like 7 baskets and I'm good to go. Anyway, so that's what's there. And then we drink and we listen to there's always music. There's usually the same 2 guys, really. Hilarious. They're freaking hilarious. And then we leave Irish Kevin's and usually head to the Naked Bar, which has other names.
The Whistle Bar. We usually end up at the Whistle Bar playing darts. Mm-hmm. That's always our end to
not naked darts.
Not naked darts.
Drunk darts, though. Drunken darts.
Yes.
You could call them drunken darts.
Yes.
Definitely. And then we get mad at each other. Not like at each other, but mad. How am I trying to say this? Mad because we're so terrible at it. And then we're like, why aren't you getting a bullseye? Because all we need to do is to end it with a bullseye. Neither one of us can get it. We're like, oh my God, somebody shoot me now.
Sometimes we just walk away and don't even know who won or who was even close to winning because it doesn't matter.
That's true. I didn't even think about that we had last game we played, we had no idea who won. Oh gosh, that's funny. But yeah. But we end up playing darts. And it's funny. Every single time, it's the same lady. It used to be a guy. It's the same lady. And every single time she looks at us, she goes, I'm going to need a deposit for that. And we're like this. Really?
Where are we going with your darts? Like, where are we going? Should we start bringing our own? Maybe we should start bringing our own.
Ooh, we should. And then we might get better.
Okay.
Except you complain about the board every time.
Well, because
this one always is mad about the board.
The bullseye is kind of chewed out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably. I think it's just. I mean, listen, heat. I mean, listen. You are not getting any sort of air conditioning in this place. Like, it is hot as can be.
The doors are open on both sides. Yeah.
Especially in the summer, you are sweating in there. It's just obnoxious. But anyways, the boards are in the elements. Let's just say that, and they're like from again the 1500s. I don't know.
Maybe we should buy our own dartboard and darts and show up and just
there
you go.
Oh gosh. Anyways, so yeah, we should bring our own. That would be funny. We bring our own darts, bring our own board. We're like, we're gonna replace yours.
Yes.
Put ours up there.
This is our contribution.
By Fabulous Adventures Travel.
There you go.
So yeah, so that's kind of our, and then we run back to the ship because 4:30 comes quickly, and we look at our clocks and say that it's 4:00, and then we go, we got time for one more drink. So at 4:15, we are literally speed walking our tiny heinies back to the ship.
And waiting in long lines because everyone else is waiting till 4:30 to get back to the ship. Yeah. So just know if you are cutting it close to time, you are going to wait in line to get back on.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's gotten longer. So it used to be that we just walk right on. Everyone's already on the ship. But I think I think you're listening. You are agreeing with us that Key West is fantastic and wonderful. That's what I think is happening. I don't know if that's happening, but it should. Go to Key West. And we should all petition Key West to let us stay longer. That's what we should do.
I agree.
Because I always say, listen, there's so many great, like, down on the other end is all the drag bars, the drag bars and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, that doesn't happen though till night. You can't get to that stuff till, I mean, you can get to it, but it doesn't happen. Like the shows don't happen. All that fun stuff does not happen till night. So we don't get to see any of it. We don't get to experience it. So.
You never took me for that glittery drink either. We talked about because it's all the way on the other side.
That's when we rent the golf cart because it's far.
Yeah.
So there's some glittery drink. I don't know. I love a good glittery drink. Anything that sparkles, I'm in. So I've been saying to her, we got to go to this place. And honestly, I don't know where it is now, so we're going to have to figure it out. I'm like, we got to go to this place to go get this glittery drink. But we'll do that when we rent the golf cart. We're literally in Key West, I feel like, every other day. That's what it feels like.
I know. It's going to be a while, though.
Yeah, because we're doing other things in between them. So anyways, that's our Key West. Don't poo-poo it. Love it. Lean into it. Enjoy it. Eat all the key lime pie. Have all the key lime pie shots. And enjoy all the things Key West. Right? Do we miss anything?
I don't think so.
Oh, you know what we did forget? So you can parasail. I know we kind of gave it a moment. I don't know if I actually said anything. But you can parasail. And we've been talking about doing it. And so it's on our list. That's on our list too to do. In the morning, though.
Yes. Probably not in July or August.
Really, though? I think it would be good,
Don't you think it would be hot up there?
No, I think it would be really nice. But yeah, I guess you're right. With the sun and everything. Yeah. I don't know. All right. Try another time. Honestly, we're not doing it this time. We talked about it. Actually, this was the time because we leave tomorrow. This was the time that we said we were going to do it, but we didn't. We didn't do it this time. We'll see what happens. So on the agenda for this one is either the restaurant in Sunset Island or the yacht. Those are the two things. And always bar hopping.
Yes.
Always bar hopping. So, all right. Well, that's our Key West. Love it. Tell us what you think about it, honestly, because we would love to hear what you end up doing, because maybe there's a bar we're missing.
Yeah, it's true.
A special hidden bar.
We're set in our ways.
We are set in our ways. But we will venture. We will venture, definitely. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Let us know your things about Key West, obviously, and we'll see you next week. So we'll leave you with our favorite phrase, which is, you float our boat. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.